Hello everyone, welcome back to the South Bay Syndicate. Today we're going to continue our testing of the new leaders from a Lawless Time with Agent Kallus. Agent Kallus has a unique ability where you can pay one to play a card from your hand, ignoring its aspect penalties. So when we're thinking about building out this deck, we want to make sure that we're able to stabilize early game to take advantage of this ability later in the game. As you can see with this deck, we paired it with Red Force. The red is for some things like the reactor ignition, devastator, things that let you take control or reset the board. And then throughout the deck, you see a lot of thematic pieces with the different Spectre units from the hero side, as well as Luke and Yoda, utilizing the Force with Yoda to maybe end the game and heal some damage. Just a lot of fun trying to mess around with this deck. I think red for now, because of the reactor and things like that, makes a lot of sense. And then testing for other ones in the future. As always, we appreciate everyone watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, it really helps. And check out our posts for our 300 subscriber giveaway in partnership with Lost Planet. We're going to be giving away a Maul crate, sleeves, and card binder. So please go ahead and check out that post and comment on it with your favorite leader from Lawless Time. The new Chewbacca just dropped, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out, and then have to be a subscriber to be eligible. So again, appreciate everyone. Thanks for watching. Let's jump into some games with Agent Kallus and see how we can do. Oh, we got Loopy right away. He's testing out some Slime more for the next set. And let's see what he's got going on. We will keep this hand and gives us a chance to get the Force. We'll go ahead and drop the Devastator. And here we want to get some units out. And we'll see how it goes. Love people testing out Slime more. One of our favorites for sure. I'll probably see Loopy and others this weekend at Milwaukee. We'll be heading out there in a couple days. Probably by the time this video posts, we'll be there. I will keep our hand. And we'll go ahead and put these down. We'll see what happens. I think we go Secret of Sage first. And then we'll pass here. So here we have the chance to use our ability. We have a blue unit out, so it becomes a 3/4, or we can play Marin. I think in this case I like Marin because I could imagine them playing a lot of units that are going to kind of go wide and hurt what we're trying to do. We'll pass here. So we have the Force now. Troot is going to look pretty good. We have double Troot, which is going to be annoying for them. Also, the Talzin's Assassin will let us take out the Shinhati. So again, this is like the early game control you want from this deck to lead into utilizing Kallus's ability. They may attack first with the Fleet Admiral before we can kill it. But let's see. New deck, so a lot of undos happening, thinking about resourcing, things like that. And all the testing, I think we're all trying to figure out what makes the best sense, learning new lines, things like that. Oh, they got the Ambusher, very nice. I think we play out our Talzin here. That does 3, okay. So we're just thinking about this. We'll discard, get rid of another unit. And we're just kind of taking control of the board. We don't love what's happening here, so we're going to have to keep this. We're running out of cards, although we flipped Kallus, which is nice. I think the Chirrut plays a good role as well. We're gonna flip Kallus, see what they have before we play the Chirrut. Sly was one of the things we were thinking about bringing to Milwaukee, but we haven't been able to make it work exactly. So That's been a little rough. Uh, so we're still contemplating what else to bring. We don't really want this major to get wide. He could, in theory, here bring out a Chancellor Palpatine, which then sets up a bunch of tokens and could really make the Partagas big. Ooh, so hopefully he doesn't name True, even though we threw one. That would put us pretty far behind. He named Shatterpoint, which we're not running, so that's good. We'll go ahead and play our True out. We will use the Force here. And then I think what we'll do is start clearing out units. We'll attack here. And we'll go to base here and we'll discard here to take this out. Was that right? Okay. And now we have, I think I meant to hit the Lone Shark directly and do the damage, but I messed that up. That's okay. They can't really do anything here. Except for that. So they'll trigger. I guess we're taking this out because we want to leave our True. And then we'll start to go to base. Oh my. So many. All right, so we're going to start taking these out. This feels like a really bad use of this card, but whatever. And now we really like, so in this case, we can play Zeb. We get the heal damage. We get to put a Sentinel out. Let's see what they've got going on. They play the Crucible. So here, we're going to go ahead and play Zeb out. We're going to get to deal the damage. And that's a really nice extra Sentinel we have. Also, when they attack in here, it does kill Chirrut, so we have to lose our Chirrut there, but we have another Sentinel in its place. And then next turn we can play out the Luke, and we're starting to heal with our units. And now I think it's time for us to start going base. And then they'll have to make a decision with the Luke coming out. So we were able to stabilize early game, kind of take on a lot of their onslaught. They could have a Thrawn, things like that coming out. But now we can start to take advantage of our when played cards. That's nice for them. I think in that case, we will go ahead and take the spy out so it can't kill one of ours. And I actually think here what we do is we're going to throw here. So now their only option is to kill Crucible, in theory. Oh. Yeah. So their option here is to kill Crucible or ready Luke, I believe. So they'll choose to let us ready Luke, which puts us in a great spot. They get a credit token. They arrest Luke. How dare you? But we'll get our damage in. And we've been healing now as we play these aspect pieces, putting us in kind of a nice spot. And we get our Luke back now. And we have the bow. We can't play the bow this turn, so this is a little awkward. We might want to bring in Kiadi as a way for us. Okay. Poor Luke. Oh, man. Okay. I think here we have to... I would like to claim. I would like to get initiative. Okay. We're going to go ahead. We'll get one more attack in. They're going to attack, yeah. So we'll claim here. We'll get our Luke back. We also got the Yoda, but here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll put it on Kallus. Ah. Sorry, I didn't know I was going to do that. Okay. So we'll put it on Kallus, and then we'll have a couple options. I guess we could have put it all on Luke. Poor Luke. Yeah, GG Salupi. I did not need to do the the piece with Bo there. That was I shouldn't have done that. I should have just attacked. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep this. We got the Luke here. I don't know that we'll need. Oh, and although he might just sit there and restore, so we're gonna keep him. And I like our other pieces. The shielded doesn't matter as much as the 4 health. If we think about their pings, we'll go ahead. All right, Chopper's going away. There's Chewbacca. Ooh. All right, the Chewbacca pilot is going to be rough for us. I'm not sure we'll have something for that. But we'll go ahead and get some cards down. At least the healing here will help a little bit, but really this might be a lot faster than we can handle. We'll see. They are choosing not to use Luke's ability, which is fine. This Doom here will be interesting because it will definitely let us start to build our board out even bigger, but I don't think it'll matter because we'll be so close to dead. Yeah, the trench run was a little bit risky. We'll play out the Doom. We'll go ahead and deploy. We needed some restore here. This is a little bit. We need more restore, I guess, than we have. But let's see what we draw. We do draw the Anakin with nothing to activate, so that's tough. But we can play the Zeb for some healing. I just don't think it'll be enough. There's Luke with Cinta. Maybe. Yeah, with the Cinta, that's going to do it. We needed another Talzin's Assassin or any kind of removal, and we just didn't draw it here. So here we play this, heal, and we're just one little out of range still. GG's to our opponent, just a little bit fast for us. We'll requeue. And then we'll go into this matchup with Hera. All right, let's see what happens. I don't think we'll get to Bow or Devastator, or we might, but it'll be much later, and we'll draw another one. So let's go ahead and get out our early force units. This is a game that'll probably stay more on the ground side, which will benefit what we're trying to do as well. And just as you can see from that last matchup, something to think about. We're, of course, right now we're just testing a bunch of different fun things, but we will eventually want to figure out the space balance. I guess we go ahead and swing here so that we can activate the assassin and try and clear their board. Chopper will get buffed. Next turn we can play him and Knight Sister Warrior, and if we wait till next turn, we also get the healing off Kallus. So I think I like our sequencing here. First piece will be to take out, yeah, because they're going to give it Sentinel, which is nice. They're going to heal, which is not as good. But we'll shrink it down anyway, which means we'll have a free kill. And we'll go ahead and take advantage of that. And then here, I don't think we want to discard anything. Ooh, the Anakin could be nice. Okay, we're going to actually get rid of the Devastator here. I think that's our second one, but I think we might need to reset the board here. They play another Sentinel. Very nice. We need to get some units off the board here, or else they're going to continue to have Hera's ability, but they keep playing Sentinels down in the right order, keeping us from being able to do it. The healing from Ezra last turn was very big for them as well. So we'll get our chopper down to make sure we heal. I think here Kallus has gotten his use. So I think what we're going to do here is just start to wipe out the board a little bit. We do have a villain card. Yeah. So we have a villain card. It's actually nice. The Yoda there is pretty nice. We could even discard the Yoda to activate the Anakin, which, let's see here, which we might do. So I think in this case, we're going to trade. We're going to discard the Yoda, kill it off. That puts the Anakin online, which is perfect because we do not want this guy out here because he buffs everything. And so we're trying to work our way up to stabilizing. We'll get a card draw there. And now we're a second Anakin. We got a Luke. We have the ignition to reset. And we're feeling pretty good about where we're at. We don't mind playing another Luke here to keep the board clear. Or I mean another Anakin, sorry. Yeah. We're going to do that, actually. And now we are holding the ignition, but don't need it. Nice draws here. I think the Kanan bounce is probably better than the ambush right now, based on where the board's at. We'll go ahead and swing 5 to base. We will cheat out our Luke, make them make a decision. We like seeing the Mina here. We can just kill that off. They don't have the disclose. And we'll go ahead and do that. And now we're in great shape on the board. And we can bounce the Ezra if we'd like. But I think here we're just going to get our damage into base. And he sees it. Yeah, GG. So I think we had it there. You can see we were going to be able to swing for 14, play the Devastator, and that was going to be it. So we were able to take on their early game onslaught and survive. And so it looks like space aggro might be a little tough. This will be interesting. Maul, I think, has a lot of new firepower as we're utilizing some of it on the Kallus side as well. Just the red-blue villainy is getting a lot of tools. We'll see if they have like the draw card, 2-drop, things like that. Here we have no 1-drop, so we'll go ahead and mulligan. This is much better. We like... I actually like all of these cards, but I don't think the Ghost or Bow is going to come out anytime soon, so we'll go ahead and play it out this way. I like Doom as well. I think there could be some advantage as like a fun thing to bring out on 5 resources. And aligns nicely with our curve. We'll let them draw there. They can ping. They choose not to. That's fine. A lot of great options here. I think the Chirrut is going to come in handy. Usually I would keep the Assassin, but I think the Tyrannus here just trading out is very powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here I can trade and trigger to kill. That's probably a mistake on their part. We'll go ahead and pass. Okay. So I really, really like what we're starting to build out here. And we will get to play Doom, which is great. We will get to play out our Kallus. And now we have to make a decision because they can, in theory, they can kill off our guy, which we don't want. So here I think we go in and we discard to deal the damage, and then we'll let them draw again. And now we're starting to pump. We got another Yoda, which is great. We got our Zeb, which is going to be amazing here. It's going to do some big damage. We'll get an attack in with our Kallus. We will go ahead and play our Zeb, deal the 3 damage. Great trade for us. We have another Sentinel in hand. They do have some healing out, but all of our stuff is building on itself. The Anakin is really nice. It's online. There's some healing from Chopper if we want it here, but we're going to get resource it. I think that this when defeated. Yeah, so we need that gone. Okay. We'll take some damage there. We'll play our Anakin out. We have it online, and we'll go ahead and wipe that. And we kept everything out of range of Maul. And now we're swinging for so much. And we have a Sentinel that we can play next turn in case they have something on the ground. So we'll go ahead and get our attacks in. And the Doom seems odd, but it's just keeping everything out of range, which has been crucial. And then actually is able to finish them off. So GG's to our opponent there. Kind of a lot of fun. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Oh, we requested a rematch. I think I already. All right, got the Hidden Fortress with another Hera blue. I think a lot of people are out this morning, checking out different decks to play, different new leaders. Really fun to see. We're gonna keep this one. I think we start with the Kallus, and we'll get rid of the late game. It'd be nice to see a 3-drop in here, but not sure if we will. Or even the... okay. The Ghost might come up before... let's try and get some card draw. This is setting up well for them because we're not going to be able to do much to their units so far. And so they're going to get online with Hera. And they're able to kill off, but we get the card draw. Now we're online. Now we can play Chirrut, which will help slow it down. If they... depending on their order, like if they decide to take out Kallus first, we could give the other unit -2. And yeah, so here we can trigger to give this -2 and we can play Chirrut, and now they have to sacrifice it. This also turns Hera offline for the time being. We'll go ahead and claim. That's a great card for them, the Sabine. But I think what we want to continue to do here is probably have... Let's get our attack in to get our force. We might need a no glory here. But I think now we'll get Doom online. We can no glory next turn. Very nice. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. So what they've done is fully activated Sabine here, and we need to fix that. Our ignition here is looking pretty good. Darn, they claimed, which I was not looking for there. Their board is scary. And actually the scariest thing is the Sabine's Masterpiece because it's doing all kinds of work. We will go ahead and take out the Hera. We will take out the Gunji. I think we're very okay here, just claiming. I think what we're trying to do is get to the next phase where we can ignition in 2 turns. So we probably won't be doing too much until we can reset the board there. We'll trigger that. Okay, the chopper is nice because it does let us heal. We'll get our force back online. We will use Agent Kallus's ability to play Ghost. We will go ahead and give these guys shields. And that's going to put us in a nice spot, I think, where we might not need to ignition. They're going to bounce. Very nice. Nice bounce. Now we're going to ignition. I think we have to. I think we want to reset here. Yeah, especially with them trading out the Kallus. Actually, let me see. Let me see if we need to do that. Oh. Okay. We have hero. We only have... Okay. Oh, we will. Okay, so that was interesting. So I don't think we're going to actually ignition here. I think what we're going to end up doing is trading out the Sabine, which activates Anakin, and then we'll take out both of these. It's nice that they attacked first because it turns off the Hera, and we get a clean kill there. So we should have kept the other unit. I know I was going back and forth in my head on the resourcing. We definitely should have kept the other one. We want to go 9. Oh, GG. Okay, so I think what they saw here is they had very small units. We were stabilizing the board, and they weren't going to be able to get past it. So we had the ignition as like a reset button, but realized as they started trading in with us, we did not need to do that. So that worked out well for us. So let's go into one more game with Kallus. We have another space aggro, so let's see how this goes. This seems to be something that we're struggling with a little bit. I think that this hand does not help that, so we're going to mulligan and see what else we can get. Okay, so here I think I think here we have to concede the game. We just don't have anything worth playing. I can try and rematch him to see if he wants to try again. Oh, no, he left. Okay. So we'll re-queue. Just nothing we can do there. We got Pogo Skywalker on Cal Kestis. Let's see what kind of brew they got going on here with all the new cards. We will keep this. So in the last game, I think we just didn't feel like that first turn was strong enough. And so we mulligan, but we mulligan into something much worse. So who knows how the game could have gone if we kept our original hand, but that's the risk, I think. We're probably pretty far behind in that space aggro anyway, so just something to think about. Okay, they go to the air to start. We'll be able to turn the force on and play our chopper as a 3/4. Okay, so they're going heavy space to early anyway. We'll have the no glory in a couple turns for that. Okay, we'll have the Anakin as well. I think here we can either delay it or we can put the Chirrut down to stop the Cal. I think they're going to get the attack in first, so delaying it doesn't do anything. They play an air superiority to kill Chopper. We'll go ahead and get our Chirrut down. Okay, they got another one. Oh. All right. They choose not to deploy. I think not having the force online. Maybe this is a force base with a space deck. I don't know. But there, that gets at least Anakin online for one. They have a Chewbacca. We'll go ahead and deploy. We'll get an attack in. I think there's an argument to claim there. Oh. I did not mean to hit that. Accidentally hit undo. He denied it. Sure. That seems unnecessary. It is clearly a miss click, but whatever. So they're using Cal, but they're not getting the force. And they got another unit. Good for them. I think here we'll kill it with our third no glory. Not sure why that's over here. Oh, they get the Luke. So they are actually a space aggro, it looks like. 3 space units, 3 pilots, 4 space units, 3. They're going to beguile here. I think that'll let them get an attack in with their leader. Just imagine what they're going for. Maybe they have the sudden for. Okay, they have the boost. We'll take this out. And they'll get us to within 1. We'll go ahead and claim. Do we have both? We do. We have both online. I don't think the chopper is going to come in here. So we'll play the Anakin. We'll see if it's enough. They pushed a lot of damage in the space aggro, which is the thing we were worried most about. We haven't drawn any of our like healing pieces. So we're just going to have to keep claiming. A Yoda here would be amazing. But we're not going to get it. We do have the Mother Talzin. But no way to heal, right? Which is the thing we kind of need. So we play the Force. So we're just on our back foot. We can't push damage. We have to claim again. We're looking for that Yoda. I think that's our best bet. Han's pretty good. I think that also does it. Or he attacks for whatever reason, which is fine. So I think here what we have to do is play out the second Anakin and do this. Ooh. Don't think we can stop that. We have to claim again. It's just whew. We're just delaying this like crazy. We haven't been able to attack for 5 turns. They got us down to 1 damage, and there's just nothing we can do. If they had a pilot, they could win it. I don't think we're gonna have an answer here. Again, well, we're down to no. We didn't get it. GG's to our opponent. They got us. We fought as much as we could, but the 1 damage from the is going to be enough. So GG's to them. We just couldn't. We just needed to get some kind of healing, a Yoda, ignition, something to reset it, and just couldn't get there. And they got us. So again, space aggro, right? This is a space aggro deck with Cal Kestis as the leader, and good enough. So let's talk about Kallus. I think a lot of fun. Clearly, we have an issue in space. We can bring in Condemns, Entrench. There's no sideboard yet because we're just kind of testing with this. But there's definitely going to be a lot of opportunity there. And as long as you can stabilize that early game, there's a lot you can do later game. And it was a lot of fun to play, actually. And as they continue to build more cards out for this set and future sets, I think this can continue to get strong as long as there's Sentinels and early control pieces. I hope everyone enjoyed. Again, please check out our post for our 300 subscriber giveaway. Go ahead and comment there, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everyone's support. Have a great week.